What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and this is a really exciting one for me because we get to take a look at good old Yinlin, an absolutely beautiful looking character. But I want to take a look at her build, show you guys exactly what I've done with her so far, because right now she's sitting at level 50. You guys can take a look at all her little wonderful stats, right? This really doesn't mean that much in all honesty at this point in the game. Whenever it gets globally released, we talk more about it. But those are just the regular stats that she has as far as her base attack, critical damage, and so on. Now, this is an electric base character. Whenever you see Electro, that's exactly what that means. And she does have a nice little weapon that does give some sweet little benefits when casting your intro skill. You get an increased attack by 8%, and your HP actually increases by 15%. That lasts for 15 seconds. This really helps her survivability and her damage all at the same time. Not the best weapon. The best weapon would probably be her 5-star weapon that's actually in the banner. That really increases her attack tenfold, makes her much stronger. But I can tell you, even without that weapon, she is pretty OP, guys. She does a lot of damage. Now, this is her echoes, and when it comes to her echoes, you guys can see that I pretty much got all the buffs. Transform into Tempest Memphis, continuously attack enemies, causing electric damage, and increasing electro and heavy attack damage of the current attacker. So you want to make sure that you're doing her heavy attack, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, so that way you get the full benefit of it. And then also you'll get the Void Thunder, where your electro damage is increased, and then you get the extra Void Thunder after using a heavy attack or resonant skill electric damage bonus. So again, using your heavy attacks is really going to help you as far as doing a lot of damage, especially if you have all these buffs. Now, when it comes to these here, obviously I don't really have them leveled up at all. There's nothing, I haven't really done a whole lot, so I don't really want to get into that too much. And then here, this is just her, getting copies of her to get extra buffs. And I tell you what, when you get copies of this girl, like if you get one copy of her, look at this. When the resonant skill Thunder Summoning hits a target with a Sin Binding mark, the damage is increased by 70%. You get one copy of this girl, and it's 70% increase your damage as long as that mark is on the target. That is OP as hell. And then the second one, if you transcend her again, more or less that's what I'm going to say, the damage of Judgment attack is increased by 100%. An additional 5 Judgment values are recovered when hit. This is also insanely OP, especially for damage. I mean, she really starts getting buffed up, but that first one's insane, and that is a very good thing because it only means you need one copy. Now, how difficult it will be for free to play whenever the game actually gets released, I don't really know, in all honesty, guys. I can tell you on this account so far, there is no way that I would go for another copy, but even without it, she's pretty OP. It remains to be seen how much we're really going to need to level up characters when the game actually gets released. But I mean, it's just damage buff, guys. Like the fourth one here, after casting the Resonance Liberation Breaking Thunder Strike, the attack of the characters in the team is increased by 20% for 12 seconds. So she also ends up becoming a support when you get 4 copies. That is crazy. And then the 5th copy, right, when the Resonance Liberation Breaking Thunder Strike hits the target within Sin Binding Mark and Punch Mark, the damage is increased by 100%. So again, massive damage buffs. And then finally, the 6th one, right, you max out a character, you need 6 copies after casting Resonance Liberation Breaking Thunder Strike. When Yinlin's basic attack hits a target with Punch Turning Mark, it will additionally trigger Judgment Thunder. Each basic attack can trigger once, and the state lasts for 10 seconds and can be triggered up to 4 times. It's OP. Honestly, this last one isn't near as, it's OP, but it's not near as OP as some of these other ones. But you can see how she gets really freaking strong. So let's take a look at her attacks, right? So when it comes to her dodge, this is what her dodge looks like. Nothing really major. Boy, what a beautiful looking character. But when it comes to her basic attacks, this is what she does. She throws out her puppet here, which is pretty cool. You see the puppet do the little slice there, right? And if we tap the attack button twice, that's what we get, right? Tap it 3 times, that's what you get. 3 times, that's what you get. And to do a heavy attack, you hold your basic attack down, and that's what you get. And even if you jump up, hold the basic attack, you'll do that heavy attack afterwards. And that heavy attack, look at the AoE on that damn thing. That is crazy ass AoE. And that's something that's really nice about her, is the fact that she has a lot of range with her attacks. Now, with her basics, her range isn't insane, it's not crazy, but with her heavy attack, it's pretty damn good. It's pretty freaking awesome. Now, whenever you hit your E skill, you're going to notice that this meter is going to start rising, and when it maxes out, you can do something pretty damn cool, and this is how you actually mark your enemies. So we accidentally hit a wrong button there, but whenever we hit the E skill, you can see that this thing actually rises up. And on her, this thing actually resets automatically. We do it again, and it rises up. Now, we're just going to wait a little bit, wait till the E skill cools down. We'll go ahead and hit it again. We'll just, you know, do some jabs there. There we go. And now it's maxed out, and you can see, guys, that down here, this thing's fully leveled up. Now, you can hit your left click on your mouse, or in my case, I can just hold the basic attack down, and you'll see how she marks her enemies. Watch this. Boom! And she sits down, and there actually gets to be a mark on your opponent by doing that, and it really adds to your damage. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up some gameplay for you guys so you can actually see what I'm talking about. And her signature is OP as hell. And real quick before we do that, her echo here, this echo, the Tempest, this thing's pretty wild because it just, I mean, yeah, it does a lot of thunder damage, guys. That thing is crazy. But something to keep in mind whenever you're playing with Yinlin is that whenever she's doing her echo skill, or whenever she's doing the skill that I showed you a while ago on how to mark enemies, she is not in an iframe. She can take damage either one of those times, no matter what. The only time she's in an actual iframe is whenever she uses her signature move right here, right? This move right here, which is pretty damn awesome. Like, it is sick as hell. But I want to show you guys what it looks like when she's playing this actual boss, and this is actually pretty damn cool. So I'm going to be doing a little Switch gameplay, guys. I haven't mastered Crowness. I'll try to do my best here, but you'll see me using my basic attacks, right? Dodge that. We're going to dodge another one here, right? Dodge that one. I mean, I don't do too bad. And you'll see me max out that meter here in a little bit, all right? And let me get you ready to pause this thing. Now, you see me maxing it. Right now, I can do that skill, but if I stand in front of Crowness, that is when I'll actually get attacked. Now look, boom. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pause it. You see that that's on Crowness right now? That is the mark. That is when she's gonna do a whole bunch more damage, especially when you get her leveled up. And as you see, it doesn't take that long for her to build that thing up. It's pretty OP. Let me go ahead. I actually hit the wrong button there for a second. My bad, guys. But the only thing I don't like is whenever I'm facing Crowness, or like say a boss, it's hard to see exactly what they're doing with that giant mark. I would rather the mark be above their head, you know, or like a little below their health bar, and I can still see everything that he's doing, so that way I could, you know, anticipate his movements a little bit better. Now you see the signature is ready to go. I will hit that thing when I'm good and ready. And here it is. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It is sick. Right? Wait. Now, let me do that again, guys. Because that is a freaking awesome signature. Let's watch that again. That is so sick. Wow. Look at this thing. Oh, she tells that. Got some jiggle physics there. Oh, my lord. And this is a level 50 character, guys. Crowness is level 55. And believe me, she is doing a lot of damage to this guy, man. Seriously, she's doing really, really well. There was a nice little parry. I haven't really got her parries timed at all. I'm still working on them because of the way her basic attacks are. It's actually easier to parry with other characters, I think. But maybe it just takes a little bit of practice. But whenever you're using your echo, you really want to do it when the boss is laying on the ground. So if you do 3 parries and the boss ends up getting stunned and falling on the ground, that's really the best time to do your echo, at least as far as she is concerned. Now, I went ahead and switched my other character, actually Bazi, the character that I have right now. Whenever you switch her in, when their QTAs are triggered, she actually gives a heal to the rest of the team. And this is a character that you get for free when you're playing the game. So that's pretty damn cool, you know, to have a character that gives a heal. Like you see the way the QTEs are triggered right now. If I was to hit Bazi when those QTEs are triggered, I'd actually give a heal to the whole team, which is pretty cool, right? But yeah, and like right now, this is when you'd want to use her mark, but I didn't because I wasted just a little too much time. I love that little face there with the red eyes. That is sick. Oh my lord, getting it done. I do apologize, guys, that it isn't a perfect run. I haven't got to play this boss all that much, to be perfectly honest, because I'm so busy, whatever, but man, she is just nuts. Like, seriously, look at her skills. They're so cool. And she's probably going to be a nuisance on your phones, I imagine, because it seems like lightning-based characters or electric tends to get a little wacky. Here's where I struggle with Crowness, in all honesty, guys. Like, I totally struggle in this part of the fight. But I wanted to put out this video today, and I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of Yinlin, just because, I mean, she's amazing. Like, holy crap. But you got to play with a lot of skill, really, with any of these characters. But with her, she doesn't have any really extra survivability tools to keep her alive, other than that one signature where she's in an iframe or just dodging. There we got a nice little parry. A lot of times that heavy attack where she spins the puppet all the way around, we got a parry right there. We can actually get a nice little parry. I was trying to work on timing that whenever I was trying to do this video, but yeah, that is so sick, man. You look at the damage of that thing. Like, oh my lord. Oh yeah. Poor Crownus, man. He is getting his butt whooped. And right now, I'm just waiting to get him knocked down. So that way I can use, you know, some of these other skills. Like the mark right there. And you see how much damage that mark did. As soon as I marked Crownus, you saw a lot of damage that happened there. And, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Like, she is pretty damn sweet. Really, really OP character. Really, really fun. And just like in PGR, they're starting off with characters that it looks like, you know, this is the second limited character that I saw that don't really have a whole lot of survivability, but they have a lot of damage, right? Very, very strong, which means you're going to have to use a lot of skill to avoid taking any damage. But that's really the fun of the game, right? And I'm just loving her. Like, I think she's fantastic. Like, look at how beautiful this girl is. Like, seriously, look at her, man. You know, I will say, you know, like, I like when she kicks out that puppet there, like right there. That is sick, kicking out that puppet, man. I love it, guys. I gotta say, man, I'm really, really loving Yinlin. I'm gonna keep working on this character as long as this beta is here. Keep trying to improve, but man, wow. I am really, really loving her, guys. So, guys, let me know what you think about Yinlin. And I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. The link to Twitch is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.